Doing everyone. Train Lover 16 again, and it's time for more stories of Sodor. This week it's season 6, episode 6, Losses. Now, from the preview, it seems that the Skarloey Railway's controller, Sir Handel Brown, has died off screen, which is a shame. But they've got a new manager, and as the title suggests, they're going to be facing some traffic and revenue losses. How are they going to be able to combat them, though? How are they going to get back up onto their feet and keep on going? How are they going to get out of these losses? Let's find out. Don't really have much to say to preface this reaction other than I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm hoping that this will be better than the last episode. So let's begin the reaction in 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
The train, for its type, is the most powerful vehicle on land. And the engines of Sodor are the power behind the docks, industries and branch lines that make up the world-renowned Northwestern Railway. These are the stories of Sodor.
We go, boys. Hang on, I just want to double check I'm definitely recording. I'm doing this on my new laptop, so I just want to make sure I'm definitely recording. Yeah, it says I'm recording, so let's continue. Still no Thomas.
In a previous story, I basically described the Vickerstown Road Bridge as a double-edged sword. While more people could visit the island much easier, the same was true of potential competitors. Unfortunately, the Skarloey Railway was more affected by this than we were. By the time of this story, buses and lorries had taken away a lot of their work. To make matters worse, the Boxford Ballast Mine was on the brink of closing. Back in 1965, the operators discovered it was running out of stone. By their estimates, the site would run dry within 2 years. Ever since, the trains had gotten smaller and smaller. Eventually, the managers announced they would shut down 6 weeks after this story begins, and in that time, the SKR suffered its most tragic loss. And in that time, managers announced they would shut down 6 weeks after this story begins, and in that time, the SKR suffered its most tragic loss. I'm so sorry about Sir Handel, lads. Thank you, Bertie. He was a good man. Aye, he was. He really was. I still can't believe he's gone. The man survived Verdun, Passchendaele and the Somme, only to snuff it from a heart attack? God has a sick sense of humour. I wouldn't blame God or anyone else for his passing if I were you, youngster. There wouldn't be any point. And it's not what he would have wanted. No, he wouldn't have. Rest in peace, Hans. Amen. Well, we better get back to work. He would also want us to carry on. Too bad I don't have any work to do. Don't you have a goods train to collect from the yard? I did, but when I arrived to pick it up, the yardmaster said it had been cancelled, and I suppose there was a lorry there waiting to steal it. Fizzling fireboxes. Talk about déjà vu. How's that? You're joking, right? We're constantly losing jobs to the roads, and an important industry is on its last legs? What does that sound like? It doesn't sound like the Mid-Sodor Railway. Yes, we'll lose the mine, but we still have the slate quarry, which is doing a roaring trade, even with that dodgy winch. Not to mention our tourist numbers remain strong. But will that be enough to keep us going? You can always ask Mr. Mannering about that. Who's Mr. Mannering? Our new gov. He used to be our director of finance. Is he a bean counter like Mr. Watson? No, he's much more reasonable. He came up with the budget that allowed us to expand into the Notchwind Valley, so he knows his stuff. Let's hope it'll be enough to keep us open. If it's any consolation, Stuart, I don't enjoy taking work away from you. I'm just doing my job. I know, Bertie. I don't blame you for that. The problem is it doesn't make much difference. You're prospering while we're floundering. You're overreacting, Stuart. I wouldn't call our losses devastating, merely a hiccup. I wonder what we'll lose next to this hiccup. Hello, Stuart. What are you doing here, Onslow? Fishing? You're taking the daily catch? But that's Duncan's job. Not anymore. The little kipper's been cancelled. Then why are you here? Because I didn't get a chance to tell him before he left. Sorry about that, Duncan. It's all right, Mr. Mannering. And congratulations on getting the nod, by the way. Thank you. I wish it were under better circumstances. I hope I can live up to the same standards set by Sir Handel. Sir Handel would have made sure to tell us about any changes to the schedule. Again, I'm sorry about that. I've been very busy. Then why are you here, sir? It wasn't just to apologise, was it? No, I'm having lunch with Onslow's manager. Mr. Norton's waiting for you over at Neptune Refreshments, sir. Then I'd best be off. Don't want to keep him waiting. That's odd. Why is he meeting with your gov? All I know is Mr. Norton was the one who arranged it. Maybe he wants to buy the railway. I'm sure he'll get a decent price for it. What's got your coupling in a twist? I don't like that you lot keep stealing work from us. I'm not stealing anything. I'm just doing my... Yes, I know. That doesn't mean I have to like it. I'm sure you don't, Duncan. I'm not happy about losing the kipper, but ever since BR cancelled theirs, I've had a feeling mine was living on borrowed time. So that's it. You're going to let it go without a fight? What else can I do? Steady on, Stuart, or you'll knock me out of this cab. Again. Sorry, I'm just very steamed up. Obviously. I spoke to Falcon the other day. He was worried about you. But not the railway? Shouldn't friends put each other before their company? Do you want to talk about it? If you spoke to Falcon, then you'll know why I'm so ticked off. Because we keep losing business to the roads. Yes, and there isn't a damn thing we can do about it. Doesn't that make you angry? Not really. If they were boasting about their windfall, that would be a different story. But they're not. Was it different back on the Mid-Sodor Railway? Well, no. But I keep coming back to the same issue. Their intention doesn't matter. The MSI
wasn't in previous seasons. Again, good of Victor to do this because it adds more life to the world. I tried, when I did Redcliffe Railway Tales Season 3, I tried experimenting with more background sound effects, but I think had I continued Redcliffe Railway Tales for a 4th season and beyond, which obviously I'm not going to because my priority is now with Raptor Dogs. But anyway, had I continued Redcliffe Railway Tales, I reckon I would have done something similar, added more background sound effects and try in different ways to give more life to the world. So yeah, good on Victor for doing this. Again, I appreciate how he keeps on upping the production value each season, and he's going to do it again in Season 7 by introducing the 3D faces to the series.
That would be a different story, but they're not. Was it different back on the Mid-Sodor Railway? Well, no, but I keep coming back to the same issue. Their intention doesn't matter. The MSR still closed because of them. Now I'm worried they'll take this one. I don't want to lose another Homescar, Loie. Nobody does, Stuart, but I think you're overestimating the impact they've had. If we were in dire straits, I'm sure Sir Handel would have told us, don't you think? Yes, he would have. He was very open about our situation on the MSR, and I'm sure Mr. Mannering will be the same. Assuming we can trust him, why would he meet with the owner of Norton Trucking? I don't know, but it would be wrong to assume it was anything untoward. Give the man a chance. Ask him about his meeting and the welfare of the railway. I'm sure he'd be open to a discussion. I'll think about it. I don't know if Stuart actually tried to talk to his new manager, but even if he did, it wouldn't have mattered. For the next week, Mr. Mannering was practically unreachable as he attended back-to-back meetings. One of these was with Mr. Watson, which unsettled many nerves. Ever since he became controller, he made no secret of his intention to cancel the transfer contract British Rail had with the SKR. In all fairness, this was justified, as the service had been unprofitable for some time. However, it was the primary source of goods coming in and out of the railway. Not to mention, we were the ones that transported the SKR's ballast and slate. If this arrangement was ended, the effects could be devastating, and while the arrangement was ended, Mr. Mannering was unperturbed. In fact, he admitted to his engines that he had been the one to terminate the contract. Why would you do that? Because we were going to lose it anyway. But don't panic. The cancellation won't take effect for another month. After that, all inbound and outbound freight will be handled by Norton Trucking. Really, sir? They're going to work with us? Why? It seems there's been a lot of competition for jobs around our railway. Too much, apparently. All the trucking companies have been undercutting each other and are barely making any money. They've had to make cutbacks, which is affecting their performance. The clients can't be too happy about that. They're not. Some have already expressed an interest in coming back to us. Well, if we're going to regain our lost jobs, why do we need the help of a trucking company? Weren't you listening, youngster? We still need a way of bringing freight in and out of the railway. And Norton Trucking is the only group willing to do that. If this partnership does any good, I'll be making a similar offer to the Sodor Bus Company. Oh, wacko. What's wrong, Stuart? I thought you'd be happy. I'm sorry, sir. I'm just not chuffed at the idea of working alongside those who crippled us in the first place. I agree it's not ideal, but it's better than losing our goods and passenger traffic altogether. Maybe, sir, but this feels like befriending the burglar that robbed your house. That doesn't really apply here, Stuart. Nobody stole anything. The roads presented an alternative, and the customers went with them. So it's the public's fault? It's nobody's fault. Even if someone was to blame, that's not going to make things better. Working together with our new partners will. Can I trust you to do that? Yes, sir, you can. Well, it looks like your gov did buy the railway. Mr. Norton made an offer and your manager accepted. And would he have made that offer if his company was doing well? Probably not, but it isn't, and I'm glad he's taking steps to fix that. I don't want to lose another home. What did you say? I said I don't want to lose another home. So you've several times. I would join a company and things would be all right for a while. Then the work would dry up, or they would cut costs, or they would underbid on a contract so we'd operate at a loss. And when I heard how much we were undercutting the competition here, I thought to myself, here we go again. Whistling fireboxes. How do you cope with that? By remembering the old saying, such is life. Things will inevitably go wrong, and when they do, I prefer to not dwell on them. It won't make the situation any better. No.
He's absolutely right. Don't dwell on things when they go wrong. Just find a solution and carry on. Yeah, find a solution and carry on. That's how I see it.
Remembering the old saying, such is life. Things will inevitably go wrong, and when they do, I prefer to not dwell on them. It won't make the situation any better. No, it won't. Thank you, Onslow. You've given me a lot to think. What on earth is happening up there?
We getting it. We're getting hit by runaway trucks.
No, it won't. Thank you, Onslow. You've given me a lot to think. What on earth is happening up there? Oh no! Everyone get clear! Ow! Damn safety valve!
Shit. Slow shielding him. But will he survive? Hopefully. Oh, that was hard for me smoking now.
How you doing, Onslow? I've been better. What happened with those trucks? That dodgy winch gave out again. I thought we fixed it, but obviously not. I'm so sorry about that. I'm sure you didn't mean for it to malfunction again, Rusty. Such is life. And you didn't have to risk yours to save mine, so why did you? It seemed like a good idea at the time. Ugh, and I have no idea why. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Not to worry. Just don't expect me to do that again. Oh, I don't. I know exactly how you're feeling. This is giving me deja vu. How's that? So I told him the story about my cracked funnel, and he was in hysterics by the end. Did you mention the drain pipe? Why do you think he was laughing? I hope he'll be all right. He will be. According to Mr. Norton, he'll be back delivering packages in a few weeks. Is this going to affect our partnership, sir? No, he understands it was an accident, one that nearly took out you, Stuart. How are you doing? I'd feel better if I wasn't so embarrassed. About what? My behaviour, sir. It's been appalling. I'm so sorry about that. And I'm sorry for whining about the loss of the mid-Sodor Falcon. I need to let it go. Ah, don't worry, Stuart. I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about the MSR from time to time, and that I wasn't slightly concerned the SKR might end up like it. Then allow me to put your mind at ease. It's not going to. Even if we shut down all freight and passenger services, we'll be just fine. Really, sir? How? Tourism. It accounts for nearly 60% of our revenue. At one point, Sir Handel wanted to convert this line into a heritage railway. Why didn't he? I talked him out of it. I told him it's never a good idea to put all your eggs in one basket. But the heritage plan is on standby in case our partnership doesn't work. I'm sure it will, sir. And if it doesn't, well, such is life. I'm pleased to say the partnership between the Skarloey Railway and Norton Trucking was a huge success. Both companies benefited enormously from this arrangement and even beat out much of the competition. Indeed, the demand for their services became so great that the yard at Crovan's Gate had to be redeveloped to accommodate it. Their alliance became stronger after the Sodor Bus Company joined in. Thankfully, this powerhouse of a union didn't abuse its position. It treated its customers extremely well and is still around to this day. As for the Boxford Ballast Mine, it closed down shortly before the transfer contract with British Rail ended. It was then turned into a museum and became quite the popular tourist attraction. Not long after this happened, Mr. Mannering came to his engines and told them about the secret project he and Sir Handel had been working on for the past 2 years. But that is a story for another day.
We're finally getting the Arsdale engines in Stories of Sodor. It's been teased for ages, but it's finally happening next week. I can't wait to see how it plays out. So how is Victor going to adapt the Arsdale Railway's stories from the Railway series? And how will the next episode play out? Let's wait and see. Overall, though, I enjoyed this episode, though not quite as much as I was expecting, but I still enjoyed it more than the previous one. Hopefully, the next episode, Arsdale, will be even better. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this reaction. Please like, comment, share this video with your friends. Excuse me. Don't forget to subscribe to me, TrainLover16, if you haven't already. And also subscribe to Victor Tanzig if you haven't already. And I will see you all in my next video. Goodbye, everyone.